person I have here for my first episode is someone who always puts a smile on my face and who I'm so proud of. Please welcome my wonderful friend Yon. Yay!
Oh my god.
I need a soundboard.
I'm so embarrassed. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wow. It's gonna take me years to find the soundboard. Yay!
Yippee.
Fuck! It's so loud. Okay, soundboard over. My first question, how are you today? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty swell. I woke up, I drank some soup, and I cleaned a little bit, but now I'm here. And then later tonight, I'm gonna be joining a group of friends, and we're gonna talk about what Pokemon types go into different sexualities and gender.
That's a classic.
And we're gonna categorize them. It'll be great, yeah.
Do you have any on the fly?
The ice types are for aces.
That's a good take, I think.
Well, for me, personally.
I was always a grass type kid. I don't know what that means for me. I liked Snivy.
We were like this came up with a conversation because of a tweet, and the tweet was like something like Gengar, like straight men like Gengar, but then I brought it up to my friends and they're like, okay, but Gengar's for the buys, but straight men like Gengar. So
Gengar's purple.
It's a buy.
This is great. I want to listen to this.
Wait, I mean, like, we're gonna like do it later. So if you want in, I can ask.
I don't know if I'll be up, but I'd love to hear about it afterwards.
Oh, that's true.
I'll just take the highlights.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. We'll definitely have a tier list ready for you though.
I would love to see the tier list. Okay, could you give us a little description of who you are and what you do?
Hi, I'm Yan Mu. I kind of do whatever I want now. I am a college student. I also work part-time. I have 4 cats and I usually do voice acting on the net. And it doesn't matter what, and I'm not trying to be pro or anything, but I find it really fun. And it's just another form of art. But sometimes I also draw, sometimes I also write. There's been a couple of things I've been wanting to do soon. So I hope I can get those out. Shit. What else?
Well, I think
I don't know. That's really the gist of it.
People online would probably beg to differ that you don't do it professionally. You're really, really good.
No.
Yes,
you are. No. There's different categorizations of professional, and I don't like. I don't think. Well, it's on purpose, see, because it's always been like, yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure to be a professional at something.
Yeah. Once we get to that section, definitely go into why.
We'll get into it. Perfect. Okay, so I have a set of questions here for you about hobbies and passions and growing up. It's really hard-hitting stuff. So, let's not beat around the bush. Number 1. Remember, important question. When did you first discover warrior cats?
This is great. Okay, so first, I was a wee lad in elementary school where I didn't know where my place in the world was. I see. But then my mom, like, she basically had like a lot of friends, you know, because we're Asian, right? So usually there's like a lot of like groups that she like joins, and she made a lot of friends that way. So one of them, I remember, like, I made friends with her mom's friend, like her mom's friend's son.
Oh, I see.
Something like that. I
was always a kid who was friends with other kids' moms, so I thought that was what you meant.
Yeah, kind of both. I still remember the kid's name.
That's nice.
And then it wasn't him though that introduced me to warrior cats. It was his older sister, who I think was about to go into high school, and she was like do you want my Warrior Cat books? And I'm like, I don't know. And because I didn't know what it was, right? And then I got into it. Oh my God. I remember first reading it when I was like visiting my grandma, and then like we went to like the local library, and I got like the other books after I read the first book. Because I remember the first time I got I read the first book that she gave me, and I really liked it, and I tried to read the second book, and I dropped it. I
Oh,
dropped it.
really?
Oh my God. Yeah, immediately, because I'm like, this is boring. But then like later, like as she was like I don't want these like books anymore, and she had like the entire like four arcs, like complete four arcs.
That's a
And
collection.
like yeah, she asked me again, do you want them? And I'm like, let me give me a second. And then
Fine.
I read it like all the way, and then I immediately said, yeah, I want it. So I got like the first four arcs for free, which is pretty good, I
That's
think,
really
saving
good, yeah.
money. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I got it for free. And yeah, I just kind of binged like the rest of the years, but it was definitely around elementary school. When I was little, I'd get in trouble for reading Warrior Cats in class.
There's worse things to get in trouble for. My poison of
Yeah.
choice was my art teacher gave me I think her niece's or nephew's old how to draw manga books. Do you remember those?
Oh, yeah, I have one.
I had a ton of those. That's how I got hooked on drawing. So it worked out in the end. Were they all written by different people, the Warrior Cats books, or were they all one person?
So the pen name that they use, Erin Hunter, she's not a real person, but
Hmm.
it's made up of a group of writers. And obviously, because it's an old series, it started in 2004, right? And it's 2026. Holy, right? So obviously, writers have like come and gone within the
Hmm.
team. Sometimes you can find the writers like outside of Warcat's other works, and I also like those, like
That's
a
so
big
cool.
honorable mention.
Yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
to
big
actually
men.
read those.
hmm Wings of Fire. I also like Wings of Fire as well. Um, and that series was written by one of the writers who uh like made Warrior Cats. So sort of similar, but not quite. But yeah, basically they're a team, and we call them the Errands.
That's really cute.
Yeah, and in the community, because obviously they're all different people.
Okay, let's go on to number two. Do you have a favourite book in the series?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
We might be
Okay.
here a while.
Well, here's the thing. For me, Warrior Cats, it isn't like cause the arcs, quote unquote, are usually like the main series, like it like the overall plot. So for that, you like I guess you can say your favorite book, but it's hard to kind of quote unquote categorize when it's part of something like bigger, right?
Mm.
Um,
I can
and
change the
this
question to favourite arc, if that helps.
mm, but here's the thing though. They have like a bunch of short stories. So
Okay,
I can't
let's do
say
let's
yeah.
do favourite book
Um
and then favourite arc.
okay. I think favorite book. Let's see. Okay. I think it's a pretty common and I feel like I really like the very last book of the first arc. And I think my favorite short story, I think it has to be Blackfoot's Reckoning.
That's a good
Um
name.
Yes, yes. Because it's strange because I know a lot of people kind of flame Warrior Cats now, or somewhat, because obviously it's such a long-running series, right? And the only reason why, it's still going, because, you gotta get the moolah somehow, right? And that's fine. But I actually really do like the new book's elements, actually. And I like that they're expanding on characters like Blackfoot because in the main series Blackfoot is he's like a villain's evil lackey, you're not supposed to like he's just like one of the minions, right?
Hmm.
And you kind of expand on him with this like little book, and I quite like where they went with it.
Gotta love
It's
a
something
goon.
I want to see more of. Yeah.
I forgot you can't say goon on the internet anymore. A henchman.
Goon.
Bleh. Okay,
Bleh.
I think that leads on nicely to, do you have a favorite warrior cat? I know that might also be a difficult question.
My favorite warrior cat. Okay, I think I used to really like Hollyleaf. I
I
still
thought you
kind of do. She's
I
still
thought you were
kind of
gonna say
cool.
Paul Hollywood. I'm so sorry.
No. Hollyleaf. Firestar is always a really good honorable mention, just because I really do like how he was written in the first arc. But if I have to be sacrilegious and say, but I actually really love Ivypool and I love Frost Dawn.
Good
Um,
names.
yes.
They just make me want to make one.
You should. It's yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I had a question and it's
Um,
completely gone, but I know it was a good one. I didn't write it. I just thought of it and it's gone.
it's okay. It's
Oh
okay.
no! I was gonna say I've definitely seen AMVs for one of those. What was it? Fire something?
Y- Firestar? Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
he's
a
our main
Firestar AMV.
character.
Okay, that's probably why then, but it rings a bell.
Mhm.
Love an AMV.
There's an AMV. There's so much. There's AMVs, PMVs, maps,
What
animatics,
WCMV?
storyboards.
Yeah, I'd like to get back into making animatics. It's just, I have the idea and I think this is great. And I draw the first few frames and I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
so good at this. And then I have to do the rest and I
and
give
then we
up.
stop.
It's so
Yeah.
boring, but it's so rewarding at the end. I've got to do some short ones.
Mm.
I want to do a whole scene and it takes all of the joy out of it.
Right.
I'll
It's you have to
try.
think of a lot.
You do.
Mm.
I love camera angles and positioning, and because I've been doing comics more, I like trying to figure out layouts that aren't just rows and rows of boxes. It's good for my brain, I think, to do that, but my god, it goes on a while.
Yeah, I need to study composition.
Oh, we should
It's a big thing.
yeah, we
Yeah.
should go over composition because I have definitely some theory for you. It's just about kind of mix and
Yeah.
matching the theory, and also it's about what you can imagine in your head. Like if you have aphantasia or you struggle to envision things, there are ways you can do
Hmm.
composition visually that can help you. Like we would always, if you have like toys around or boxes, you can arrange those in a certain way and then draw that as buildings or like people
Hmm.
in a scene. There are definitely ways of doing
Yeah.
it.
Minecraft being used as a
Have you
help.
seen the Minecraft train? Someone draws a train using Minecraft. I've got to find that video. It's really good.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And also the famous Drawfee bit where Julia uses Blender. They're all shocked. They've fallen off of Blender. Okay, back on track. This is important. Was Warrior Cat the thing that most sparked your creativity as a kid? Or was there other stuff?
I think it 100% did play a really, really huge part. Because like when you get into like that one thing as a kid, right? You kind of like never stop, right? Sort
Oh, I
of.
know.
Like
Yep,
it's just always there with you. So,
absolutely.
I think it wasn't more so of like, oh, here are the funny names. It was more I think it was more so of the elements that warrior cats had, like the yeah, we're surviving and we're living on our own and there's so much politic drama and there's so much drama.
It's dramatic. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
like a kid's idea of what growing up is. I do get that impression. I've got to read them. I think I'm learning.
On it yeah, I still recommend if you do want to like get into warrior cats or something. It's or you really don't have to read like all of the damn
You
books.
can
Like
pick
there's
and
just too
choose.
many of
I might pick up one
you
of the short
just read the
stories.
first arc.
On the first arc. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could do that.
the first arc, and I can like because the short stories they're called novellas,
Hmm,
and they come in like like groups of three.
that's a good
um
idea.
I mean like I can probably like send you like all the short stories of the the first arc Cats,
That's
because that's
exciting.
that's really what you need to know, sort of that's like heavy basis.
I'll do
And
my Warrior Cats homework.
yeah, it's also just the best written of the series.
Mm,
So
strong
because it has
start.
the original team and the writers, as you get further into like the series, you can kind of tell that like there's different people writing it, obviously, but also it it gets to a point where there's just so many like cats in the clan because they keep having babies, right? And then like you go to like the next series and like who the hell is Kite Scratch? Who are you?
I
Like
love Kite
and it's hard to
Scratch.
keep track of.
This is
Yeah,
very.
I'm like I love the names.
I know this is a reference from me and not you, but this is so Crusader Kings to me. Warrior Cats is like Crusader Kings, absolutely, and I'm a freak for that game, so I think I'm in.
Yeah. Yay!
Yeah,
But
Crusader
yeah,
Kings is like The
it
Sims. It's really good.
I see. Yeah, it's just I actually was talking to somebody and they thought like warrior cats like they were cats with powers and I'm like, no, it's actually quite more quote unquote realistic than you think.
I
They're literally just talking cats.
I also thought
Yeah.
that. That's interesting. I wonder
Hmm.
if it's just because like people made epic AMVs about them that people thought, they've also got
Yeah.
elemental clans and stuff, so I feel like that might be why you'd expect them to have element powers.
Yeah, they actually don't have powers at all unless you're a fancy main character, you know. Well, like you're in the series there's these things called prophecies and those prophecies are like the reason why like the arc begins, right? Um but mainly, they don't have powers. There's like a select few characters that did have powers, but it was just for that one time. They actually lose their powers once their arc is completed.
Ah,
So,
so you're saying it's
um,
kind of like
yeah.
Macbeth by Shakespeare.
Kinda, yeah, actually. There's, it was much less about magical powers and more on the emphasis about wow, look, your your brother killed this thing. How
Oh,
are you gonna respond?
interpersonal relationships. It really is Crusader Kings. It's like
Yeah.
medieval drama. I love it.
Another thing to add, because I know some people they can't like read or like they don't have like the patience to, right? And that's fine.
Really
They are
funny
actually
phrasing,
making
but yeah.
the I hope that wording's okay.
We gotta
But
read. People, please read. Read anything.
no.
Read manuals.
Um
Anyway, keep going.
the graphic novels that they're doing right now is actually really good. I actually like them.
You
And
know,
they
I might read those
yeah,
first.
do it. They obviously they cut some stuff out, but the graphic novels, you didn't hear it from me, and they're definitely not on any sort of archive whatsoever. And
I'll keep that in
yeah, I
mind
definitely
as a
don't have
warning.
anything. I don't have anything that makes me have it. Like I do have the books legally
Mm.
because a family member gifted them to me, but like I definitely don't have any files or anything.
If you did,
Yeah,
I'd have to report you, so that's good.
no.
To the
But
Warrior Cat
yeah,
police. Are there cops in Warrior
yeah.
Cat? Do they have like police cats?
I guess in the Warriors, they don't necessarily have police. They have patrols, and usually like warriors are like the basic like they're grown cats. They've already went through training. They have their full name, Sparkles.
Oh,
And
okay. I'm starting to understand what Warrior Cats is about. I get it now.
yeah, and basically they're the ones who kind of police their own territory or area.
Mhm.
Like they do like these things like border patrol or something like that, where they check their borders with like the surrounding other clans.
Well, they'll get you if you download it illegally, so support the artists.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
I do have a question splitting off from this one. You mentioned
Yeah.
to me about a while ago that you had Warrior Cat OCs, like many children had. Like, you see your favorite show and you're like, yes, I want to take part. Can you share some of your OCs with me?
Looks at you. Which what? Well, um, I will introduce you, I guess, to the little series that I made up when I like this came from a Roblox 2012 roleplay.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah. And it is about this character named Amber Trail. And essentially the whole point of the story was that it's supposed to be a tragedy. Um because I was also really like entertained by like because I got introduced to Romeo and Juliet, the Gnome
I
Shakespeare
forgot about
movie,
this.
and and as like I was one of those like lamos who would read every single school assigned book. So
Yeah, me too. Do
I
people not do that? Read books, people.
no, people don't. People I'll go on a rant on my
How
own
are you gonna
video
learn
and
if you don't read? Anyway.
literally. And like I just really liked because I did read like Shakespeare works and like all those like tragedy works. Um
I love a good tragedy. I feel like tragedies are very underrated as a form of storytelling.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm really guy who's only read Shakespeare. I'm getting Shakespeare vibes from this, but I really do feel like there's a level of that in the way the society is structured, and it seems like the storytelling as well.
Yeah. And basically, obviously, the tragedy, she dies at the end, right? It's not a secret.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I've had like this entire I can send you the doc. I
I
have
would
like my
love to see the
old
dog.
plot. Hold on. I have my old plot line and actually the characters that I made for my recent game outline is actually it's supposed to be a supplemental to this series. And
Ooh,
I'm actually gonna complete the game first because
that's
I think
exciting.
I'm more closer to finishing that one actually than this. Because even though it's been like in progress for so long, like ever since ever since I made it with like a friend, right? It just it's a thing. I could never like for some reason when I was younger, I could never get it to fit. And I definitely think it's because I didn't have more life experience yet.
Mm.
But I recently like finished it like a year ago. I kind of finished like what I kind of want to have. And I think I'm okay with it, but I need to like reformat a lot of stuff. I need to do so much cleanup. Um
You gotta have a draft
yeah.
first.
I have art too, but just only
Oh,
sketches.
you said the magic word to light my brain up. I will peruse this later.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yay.
I've been thinking a lot recently because I'm doing comic stuff again about writing and about like the destination that you reach. I find it a lot easier to start with where you want to end and the beginning and then sort of fill in like keyframes, I guess, to go back to the
Mm-hmm.
animatic thing. Fill in the major beats and then join them together. Um but I really do feel that where you write yourself into a corner and you don't know, like, you have to obey your own logic that you've written, but you've sort of written yourself into a corner. I think it's important to remember that you can write anything. You know, if you want to change something, you can just change
Yeah.
something. But it's really difficult in the moment to think about yourself as like you are the guiding hand. You can write whatever you want, but you've got to make it feel natural, like it flows. It's really writing's cool. It's really like it's difficult, it's interesting, it's so rewarding. I can't wait to see what you have actually done with the game as well.
Yeah, it's definitely like I used to think it like that, right? Like where like because people always tell you to like you have to obey this rule, you have to like make it good, and I feel
Yep.
like in recent years it's only like gone up. Like you hear people complaining about like all those anime endings and all that
Oh,
stuff, right?
people will
But
always complain about everything you write. It's tough.
yeah, like it's very hard to actually finish something that'll make
Hmm.
everyone happy. And I dare say, I think it's impossible. You
I
genuinely can't do that.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think the best writing advice is not to write for the people who aren't going to like your work or, engage with
Hmm.
it honestly. Write for you, and
Yeah.
if other people like it, they like it, and I know that they will.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just think writing and art and all that kind. Like I feel like it's not just like writing too. It's all kinds of art. I
Hmm.
feel like you should just do what you want. You don't think like I gotta do this because this is this and this. Like no. Just chill. Just do
I
what you
I
want.
always think if you make the thing you want to make, you'll probably find the freaks who are into it just like you are. You just have to know where to look. I think the internet
Hmm.
presents you with opportunities but not necessarily direction, and it's really difficult to find the people that are like good to be around and also into the same things you are. I've always been quite put off by online fandom because it doesn't exactly make itself
Yeah.
look great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you, in order to make creative stuff on the internet, you kind of have to engage with it a little bit. And I think you can do that in a way that's healthy. You just need to keep your own interests in mind and make sure that you're not compromising. Make sure that you understand what you like because it's the thing you like, not because it's something somebody else likes. You gotta do stuff for yourself. I think that's basically what you've already said.
I think it's just because it's so easy. It's so easy to lose that like that kind of progression. Like you may
Mm-hmm.
start off with like, oh, I'm doing it for myself. But then like, you make friends, you get into it, and then it's just, it's in like the environment and you kind of lose like like originally what you wanted to do.
That's
Like
definitely true. It's true for me. I
yeah.
think, ha ha ha, I'm my own person. I'll do whatever I want. And then somebody asks me to draw something, and I'm like, yep, I'll do it. I don't know. You gotta have a good balance of that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How did
Yeah.
Warrior Cats affect the way you think about stories and worlds as an adult now?
It made me okay. And I have I have multiple lenses that I like to look warrior cats at, like and then like in discrepancy. Um, from a meta standpoint, it has taught me about the valuableness of keeping track of a story or keeping track of any medium. Paying attention to details is important because otherwise you will get flamed on the internet by your fandom for saying, "Why did this cat die twice?" And
I
that
think
actually
the
that
uh,
actually did happen.
I think the answer is that you never ask questions online.
Yeah. I think okay, no more meta. In general, I think it really like directed me towards I'll say the sacred forbidden word, more furry ways. But I see me and a few friends were arguing like am I actually a furry? Cuz I just like talking animals.
I feel
Like
like
Disney.
if you argue that, I feel like you have to argue stuff like, was Aesop a furry because he wrote about animals? I, you know,
Right?
I think everybody's got a little bit of furry in them. It's fun to make a persona. I think
Yeah.
it's I think it's really strange how the internet regiments itself into furry and not furry, as if, I don't know. You don't have to have a fursuit to be interested in animal characters, I think. And Warrior Cats
Mhm.
definitely has an audience of furries, but it definitely also has an audience of people who don't really engage with furry culture, but are definitely into cat characters doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. I I definitely have like looked for mediums like that and like it's mainly just talking like creatures, right? Like Wings of Fire's talking dragons and
Mm.
I recently came upon this really cool comic that I love. And it's just talking cats too, but like It's so good. It's a tragedy. It's so inspiring.
What's it called?
I Juma Lampelko. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I'll link it in the
Um,
description. I'll find it. Don't worry.
yeah, it is called the. It translates to because it's Finnish. I
Ah,
believe the creator is Finnish, and it translates to the fear of God.
that's good. That's really good.
It's good. It's good. And the world building is so good. And I will rant about it later. I think in another when I make my own little like reel. um
I have my own recommendation, but I have to find it. So keep going. I'll find it.
yeah. Yeah. I guess another I think just mainly I think I look in media. I think what really attracts me is mainly animal, like it has to have like some sort of animal aspect to it, and it doesn't just mean like just talking like like animals, like those like really cool like Pokemon comics that I really
Mm-hmm.
do love. It also means something like my voice is weak today. It means something like there's a cool comic that I guess sure it's furry in that way, but it's called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. It's an American comic about a serial killer. Um, they don't acknowledge the fact they're animals, but they're all animals, and I really do like that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I do recommend the comic. It has like a lot of gore, but it's fine.
That's fine. As long as you know what you're going
Yeah.
into. Okay, I can't find the
Yeah.
comic, and also I had another recommendation idea, and I forgot it while trying to look. I'll put these in here in post if I can remember.
Mhm.
I'll write myself a note. This is the
Yeah.
problem with brains; they work too fast. I briefly unlocked all of my brain. Okay, let's transition a little bit. What was the thing that made you
Mm.
want to try voice acting work as a hobby? Was it basically, was it character voices while you read? Because for me, that was my gateway into being
Mhm.
interested in the way people voice characters.
Yeah, I know that I feel like I came from such a like unique place because like for you like sometimes it's like characters like reading characters like out loud, right? I know for some it's anime, for some it's cartoons, but for me it was from Warrior Cats, but not in a way you'd expect. Like I wasn't reading them out loud because most of the main characters were boys, and as a
Mhm.
child, and I'm supposed to be raised so precious. I can't be a boy, So then it's like, um,
You say with prying
I
little boy
had,
voice. You got it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So then my mom collected Beanie Boos.
What? Is that like
So
beanie
so
babies?
no no no. Yeah, like the hold on. I think it's the newer generation. I think in your perspective, Elkie, beanie boos.
Don't make me
They're
feel
not
old.
beanie
I'm
babies.
not that much older than you.
No, you really are not. Like they look like this, and like whenever I saw like whenever I went out shopping, like usually there would be like a little like section of plushie toys,
Oh, it's
and
these
and
fuckers. Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
I've seen these.
these fuckers.
Their horrible eyes.
Uh, yeah. It's kind of creepy now that I look at it, but
I don't like anything
don't
with
say that. I have like
really. No, it's the thing I have with pop. What are they called? Pop, not pop socket. Those horrible landfill ones that are in every shop.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I
just
have this thing where I can't remember the names of things I'm talking about. It drives me nuts. Funko Pops. It's the
mm,
big eyes. I don't find them cute at all, so it makes me hate them. Prejudice against them.
yeah. It's some of them were like, "Rrr," but my mom liked to collect the owl ones, and those ones
Ooh.
were okay.
Yeah, my mum's a big
Um,
owl person.
so in the end, because I'm an only child, so like I didn't have like anyone to play with like in terms of like multiplayer games or anything. So I was just kind of like left alone like most of the time because obviously my dad was working,
I
right?
grew
And I
up.
had school.
I technically grew up
Yeah.
as an only child. My sister is 7 years younger than me, so I got kind of
Whoa.
both experiences.
Yeah. That's cool. Um, so I just kind of like made like a bunch of storylines like for my Beanie Boos. I would just like play around like I did voices with the Beanie Boos and it's like and I also took inspo from Warrior Cats because I think one of them was like family drama, like oh the cat group hates the owl group, and then
I love when
stuff
you're a
like
kid reinventing racism for your toys. I also did stuff like that with Monster High dolls and plushies. It's
right,
good.
and that wasn't even the worst storyline I made. I found a pink lemur like Beanie Boo plushie, and like the tail was really long. And I'm like, okay, so here's the raccoon gang, where they're all raccoons, and the leader is the lemur, and she goes around killing people with her tail and strangling them. Yeah,
That's
and
so
I would just
good.
play the game like
When is the
that.
TV series of this? Because I'm there. I'm gonna watch it.
It was so entertaining to me, and I'm like she's just killing all of them one by one.
I think toys, as an adult, toys are underrated. People need to be playing with toys more. Like that.
I
Make up some
agree.
stories. I used to do that when I discovered video games. I used to love games that would let me run around in fields and stuff because I would just like do that, but as a character running around. It's perfect to me. I used to hunt for games that would have a girl character to play as so I could dress them up.
Yes. I agree with this statement.
Toys are
Yeah.
good, and video games are just toys. It turns out.
It's something like I don't know. Just once you kind of have like a character that you can like make funny voices with and yeah, that's just fun. But I think I'll reveal. I think my very first audition was for Warrior Cat dub related thing.
That feels correct to me. That feels right. You should do one of
I
those, by
only
the way.
who's to say I'm not?
Ooh. I do have an extra question
Yeah.
that I've just added. Do you think it's
Mm,
important that your hobby work comes from a place of having fun? Because I think that's true.
I agree with this. See, what I've realized, I guess being around, I have a lot to say about the voice acting sphere stuff. But there's definitely, and this doesn't just go for voice acting. I feel like it goes for like every creative field. There's definitely some people who like really like love it and like do it like for themselves and like they know what they're doing and like because they love the medium in itself. And then there's some people who only get into it because they want the good things that come with it. I guess, for example, just an example, like they only became a influencer or YouTuber because they want money or the fame, right? Um, Same goes for like all of the other categories of like the artists and like, like all that kinds of stuff, right? Um, and it's very important to see the difference, or you need to know how to tell the difference, I think. If you yourself, like, you're still in the middle, like you don't know what to do, right? I feel like it's something you should at least observe for.
I
Yeah.
think something I think about with art is that it's important for me to still play when I draw. Like
Hmm.
it's an important part of practicing for me to just draw whatever the hell I want for like an hour. Just have some fun. Like draw some magical girls, draw some swirls, just have some fun because you've got
Hmm.
to keep that alive otherwise you're not going to want to do any of the technical stuff.
Yeah, right. I agree. There's no fun if you're just chasing after something that's like a fad or something that, oh, but they're doing it, that the professionals are doing it, so you should too. And it's like, well, you don't need to do it if it doesn't interest you. Like, you should just fun.
I think it's difficult, especially when you're pursuing a career in the thing you like, to make sure you keep the fun,
Yeah.
but also make progress. It's really difficult, and I made a video about this recently because I was bursting at the seams. It's difficult not to lose the love for the thing you like because you feel like you're comparing yourself to everybody else, through no fault of anybody else's but your own. It's difficult to kind of keep yourself to yourself. Does that make sense? It's difficult to
Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
constantly thinking, how do I get a job? How do I get a job? Please. That's what ruins
Mm.
my mentality, is thinking about the future constantly. I'm not living in the future, I'm living now. That's what's important to me.
I agree.
How has your voice acting work affected you? Have you found confidence in it, and what about it do you find most fulfilling?
This is a loaded question.
Do you want me to split it into the individual parts?
Mm, I think I can rant about it.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I like voice acting because I think it lets me be myself. I think um it lets me kind of like um bring back some of that childish whimsy I used to have when I was a kid. Because back then I was like so extroverted and I was so like woohoo, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like obviously like my parents like or specifically my mom, like she was like you shouldn't be that happy. Like you like you shouldn't be like
Yeah,
that sounds bad. But
the world
yeah.
is worse than this. You have to calm down.
Yeah, like she and I understood where she came from. Like basically I was too trusting. I mean I still am,
That makes
but
sense, but you were a child. I
um
think that's a trait of children. You
yeah.
shouldn't have to
And
not be trusting, but that's the way the world is.
yeah, essentially. So I think growing up it's sort of like wore on me a little bit. So like, in the end I'm like I feel like voice acting is the only place where I can actually express myself in that sense. Like it's the only way that I can actually feel. I also have I don't know what it is, but I actually this is ridiculous to say as a voice actor, as an actor of all things, but I actually have difficulty in actually processing emotions of what I feel and
Mm-hmm.
putting like a name to it. Um and it's something I have like inherently, so it's interesting because all I do when I read lines is I just think back to an event or like I usually just use like something else as a reference that people have like labeled it as like sad or angry or something. And
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like, okay, I'll just do that then. And it works, I guess.
And kind
um
of kind of like performing them to see what they're like from your mouth.
yeah. Yeah. And
That's
so
interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't think this is the regular case for other people. Because here's also the thing, like as I've like been around for a while, I'm like, there's some people who are like just getting into it because they're beginners, right? But then like you see people that are like, I have 10 years of theater experience since I was the age of 7, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, cool.
It
And
takes
they're
all
like,
different
now I'm
kinds.
going into yeah, I'm going into the voice acting and it's so cool. And I'm like, yay, like that's fun, right? But then it's like, whoa, shit. Like I don't got 10 years since I was 7.
Makes you feel underqualified.
Yeah, but then it's like, I think, because if they're still doing it, right, that means they must be doing it for like it's their life, like it's their career, and it's what they really want to do. So, it's best if you don't like compare yourself to that.
Mm-hmm.
Should-
I think it's
um,
interesting to
yeah.
use voice acting, or I guess just your craft, your creative craft, to process things you're going through. I think most people do that, but just in different ways. Um, I I feel a certain way about this because I was diagnosed with PCOS, now called PMOS. They renamed it, but I couldn't tell you what it means. But polycystic ovaries. They renamed it because it affects your entire body, and especially your hormones. I don't know, you're not diagnosed, but I think you also have something similar where your hormones will get like heightened and will essentially increase how much of each emotion you feel. So if you get angry, you'll get really angry, but the trigger will be like nothing. And it's really difficult for me to contend with the fact that I'm overreacting to something while feeling the emotion of overreacting.
Yeah.
It's difficult
Yeah.
to it's difficult to contend with the fact that you're being a rude person when you feel only
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's a good, almost a good coping mechanism to try out different emotions for characters because it helps you to process the way you feel them as well. Because it's difficult in the moment when you're feeling angry or sad or whatever to think I'm sad because my hormones are going crazy because that's not something I can visualize.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it helps you to process?
Yeah. Actually, I think that's the right word for it. It helps me process. I process because I think the only emotion like I actually genuinely know is probably any sort of any emotion in the anger category. I
Mm,
think it's the most familiar.
it's strong.
Um,
It's the strongest one, I
it
feel.
Yeah, yeah, it's the strongest one. Um, I guess in a way it sort of just helps me like, you know, like it just helps. So I also feel like this is definitely something like no, I don't think that this is the case for a lot of people. But I mean, like I think it is and it isn't because I know some people just kind of go into it because like oh, I love acting and I've done acting for so long and that's cool too. But for me it's more of a matter of oh, this is great. This is such a like a release, right?
Mm.
So,
I think that,
mhm.
I know that people do art therapy. I have a friend that does art therapy and it helps them to, like, get it out there. I feel like acting therapy must be a thing as well to, like, try out different emotions and see how you would perform them versus how you actually do perform them. Because, all of the external stuff about a human is performance. It's just how much control you have
Mhm.
over that. And it's different in different situations. But I think with the added layer of it's my hormones, it's especially difficult to identify different emotions in yourself. I feel like I should try
Yeah.
it. I need to become a hobbyist voice
Honestly,
actor,
yeah. Like, and
do
that's
audiobooks.
part of the reason. I think that's the part of the reason why I really like books because
Mm.
you can read a lot of the inner like dialogue that sometimes you can also like think through and like it's like wow, I feel I feel the same way. And I guess like for me who struggles with emotion, it's like really handy to see like a thought that I've had written out and then like then they get like an adjective of an emotion in there and like oh I see so it's like it's really cool and also because books don't have like as much as of a wider audience like as like manga and like or anime and so like people kind of just neglect books but see like if you're a voice actor you can bring them to life and that's why you kind of like yeah you can like just make a scene from the book and that's cool and I like that.
What I'm hearing is that we
um
should do more animatics and audiobooks and stuff. That sounds good to me.
mhm. It's a big thing where a lot of books don't get like they don't get like a not a reboot. What's the word? Like
Like a remake?
adaptation.
Oh, I see.
Adaptation. Yeah. And it's not often. And that's quite unfortunate because I've read my fair share of books who are like they're really good, but nothing is like lifted. And I
I
wonder if I
think
can like, yeah.
something that I think about when I read a book or I watch an adaptation is the way that I sort of subconsciously feel that a TV series or a film is almost more legitimate and more real than reading a book. It's like it's something I have to fight because I
Hmm.
know it's not true and I know that books are in many ways a better expression of the human psyche than anything visual could be. 'Cause
Yeah,
they allow
yeah.
you to actually imagine it with your brain. um, they do different things, but I think a lot of people feel that a book isn't legitimate until it has some sort of TV show or something like a movie.
Right.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and read Earthsea. I recommend Earthsea. It's really good.
Earthsea.
And that has some
Earth.
really shit adaptations that I don't recommend.
No. Oh my god, there's a dragon. I will be
Yeah,
reading
you'd love
this.
it.
Just
It's really, really good. Ursula Le Guin is incredible.
I will be reading this.
Yoncore. It's one of those series that it's a trilogy and it does just get better as you read it. So I do fully recommend it. I guess I'll reiterate a little bit. Have you found confidence since childhood in doing voice acting? Have you sort of built yourself back up?
Um, it's interesting because I feel like it definitely helped with some other parts of me. I like for example, like it's how I found like community in the first place, right? So
Definitely.
without like voice acting, like it's like, oh well, I'd probably be still that edgy like classmate in the back of the classroom, like being like, I'm so different. I love warrior cats, and I'm so different.
Well, listen, you've got to be that to learn that that's actually cool as shit. And everyone was like that.
True. And I think without voice acting, I don't think I would have found, I guess, the confidence in making friends. Like I like genuine friends. I think I tested like a lot of stuff out when I first came into voice acting. Like it's definitely not my first rodeo. Um, Because before I remembered like the first time I tried to make friends, I what I would do is I would like connect with one person like really close, and I would just like shut myself out towards like anybody else who might be like with the group, you know?
This is my
I,
new
I
best
just
friend.
focus on one person. Yeah. And I cling to them.
No, I
But that was
understand
I was
that.
like so young. I was like maybe like 14, 15.
That was around the
Um
time I got, I think, access to the internet properly. I was
mm,
my poison of choice online was the now defunct Pagey World, which was an art social media basically. It was definitely an interesting time. I was so enchanted by it. It had its own mascot characters and everything. It was really nice. And that was where, luckily, I made all of my online, like, meeting new friends and making 14-year-old decisions. And now
mhm.
that it's gone, I don't have to look at any of that. Not that anything went hugely wrong, but I did have the classic, like, having a friend that's 10 times as old as you be like, I'm so depressed, and you're 14, and you're like, oh no, I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
And I online I
Yeah.
had a lot of I would join communities and have fun with people but feel very much like an outsider because I don't tend to absorb language quickly. Like I speak a certain way, and if people online are speaking, if I'm in a community and people are speaking a certain way using certain slang, I'm not going to pick it up because it feels really uncomfortable to me to like imitate in that way. It comes naturally when I've been talking to people for a while. Um, for my example of this is online there was an artist on Pagey World who used to say tanks instead of thanks. That was like a like a lol xd thing on the internet, and I
Yeah, I
thought
remember
it
that.
was so cool, but I would never say it because it felt so stupid to me for me to say it. So I feel that way about joining communities. For me it's a slow process. um, but you've got to make your mistakes to learn how you would like to get along with people and meet people. And along that way, you sort of end up with online friends. I think the age I am and the age that you are, you accumulate them if you're on the internet. And if you're lucky, you don't get anything horrible happening to you, or you have a minimal amount of it. I'm a very paranoid person and I have been since I was a kid, so I was generally okay, but I know it's easy to fall into a bad crowd just for wanting people to talk to.
Mhm. Yeah, I think when I was younger, I definitely had I'm not gonna say I think my younger edgy self was right, but in some ways, because like you said, like it's very easy to fall into a different like a group where things go wrong eventually, right? Um, I was also sort of the same by just talking to that one person, and I usually I have like this weird intuition thing that like for some reason whenever I talk to someone or at least specifically on the net like I talk to them like a couple times I poke them and I talk to them and then I
Mhm.
get like a it's it if something flags my intuition I go like I remember this happened to this happened to somebody and then I had to go to my closest friend at the time and I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm a bad person, but I don't
Oh,
like them for some reason.
sweetheart. Yeah. It's
I,
that thing
and
of being
yeah,
online and looking to people older than you, but they're honestly not that much older than you, so it's just
yeah,
kids
like no, we were
relying on
like around the
kids.
same age.
Mm.
Yeah, but and then they're like, well, it's okay because they're a mutual friend of ours, right? And they're like, it's okay. Sometimes you just don't vibe with like the other person. And I'm like, okay. And then later on, it was turns out they were a bit of a. And I was like, I was right.
Yeah.
I was right the whole time.
You had the
I was like,
feeling.
oh,
Well,
I
you want
have
to
the
give
feeling.
people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it's really tough because you
Always,
I want to
yeah.
go through life believing people, and if someone is my friend, I'm going to believe them, whatever they tell me, because that's just how you treat
Yeah.
friends. It's not your fault
Mhm.
if somebody online is a shithead, basically, because you're not in control of everything online. You can only do your best. Especially, I think,
Mhm.
in hobby spaces, you end up with whoever likes the same thing as you, and that is a wide group of people.
Go Gosh, because before I always had that mental space of like, be careful, be careful, be careful, and I was like,
Hmm.
I was like better at it because I okay when I actually first like got Twitter, I was surprised that there were so many minors on Twitter.
Isn't that
I was like,
crazy?
you're kidding me! Like, I didn't realize that minors had Twitter. For some reason, that blew my mind because as a
It's
child,
bad.
like, I've heard so much stuff about it, and I'm like, I had the mental decency to be like, or like, not mental decency. That'll sound really rude. Hold on. I in my mind.
You're just paranoid in the same way that I'm paranoid, and you go, I shouldn't
Yeah,
be. This isn't for me. I shouldn't be here.
yeah, but as I like grew older, right, and like there was a time where I was like, wow, this is really boring. Like this, cause like I didn't have, oh my God, I got bullied a lot,
Oh.
in like schools and like stuff. So I was like, okay, no friends outside. So then I go to online, right? But then obviously it's like you kind of, you kind of like fall out with like your friends, right? If you're not like actively doing stuff with them,
Hmm.
and you're just an online friend, right? Like it's like whatever, right? So I don't know. Voice acting helps me like actually talk to people again, which is pretty cool.
I think
And
it's good to have a
um,
project to work on with someone, because then you have a thing to
yeah.
do with them.
When I got into a project that kind of brought me out of the groove, it was there I decided I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try something different this time.
Hmm.
I'm going to people that I wouldn't usually talk to. I'm gonna be this way, and I'm not gonna like be like all shut off. And like, basically, I just needed to try something new, which is something that's honestly usually good.
That's
Um,
good for you, definitely.
and yeah,
I think sometimes you have to hit a wall
unfortunately,
to know that you have to go for a different wall or climb over.
yeah, you've gotta be, yeah, like you said, you gotta find yourself stuck and
I
then
think
realizing, oh,
I,
yeah, you can
I
get
think it's
unstuck.
I think especially on the internet, you're gonna have bad experiences, but that doesn't mean that it's all bad experiences. Just like happiness can happen, and then you dip, and then you come back up. Every emotion is fleeting, just like every situation is fleeting. You just gotta get to the next one. Okay. My next question leads on from something you said earlier, so maybe I'll clip that together. What draws you to a project? What do you look for?
Non-human.
Not beating the
Specifically,
allegation.
no, no, no. I don't, I don't want to voice furries. I want to voice animals.
There's a difference.
I there's a difference, okay? Like I don't like okay, it's fine if there's like a cat girl or like a dog girl, but it also has to be like a style and some like I don't I guess I'm not particularly like humans are fine, I guess. Like they're
I think that's a
okay.
good
They're like
assessment of people.
they're the standard and that's fine. But
Mm.
I think if you really want me to go for a project, number one, I feel like graphics have to look at least pretty decent. Um,
Hmm.
it's graphics. Mm,
Yeah, I feel like an art style definitely lends a project some legitimacy. Like it feels real.
mhm. Yeah, and I guess it also depends on like the person making the project too, for me.
Hmm.
Um,
Vibes are
like
important.
yeah, like for a recent example of mine, um, I recently had a good chance like I had the cool opportunity of talking to a Warrior Cat's big YouTuber, like,
Oh, that is exciting.
it's I can talk with them and like I can like be like, hey, I was 11 when I participated in your art contest. Um,
That's so
I,
good.
I need to say this without like being weird about it, but I have to bring up like hey, I participated in your art contest when I was like 13. It's really cool that that we can talk. Um, but something like that. But I mean also just being a person without like much quote unquote claims that you might
Uh-huh.
have behind your back, right? We obviously when you're selecting voice actors or people on your team, you obviously want a background check, but we need you also to have a background check, project creator,
Yeah, it
because
goes both
I don't
ways.
know, it goes both ways. um,
I feel also really quick,
but
I've got to defend
mhm.
furry visual novels because genuinely, furry visual novels, you should check some of them out because they have some of the most intricate, interesting writing and stories I've ever seen. Like, it doesn't matter if they have gore or sexual content, they're so. A lot of furry visual novels are so raw in their writing, and I really admire them. So definitely don't be. This is my message to everyone in the world. Don't be shallow. Just because it's got furries doesn't mean it's bad. It probably means it's actually really well written and raw and good. That's my
I
endorsement.
agree. See, I've never played any of them, but I agree with this statement.
I think
It's
a lot of them put
yeah.
me off because a lot of them are porn and not it's not that that's bad, it's just that's not what I'm looking for in a game. So that kind of puts me off of actually playing them. But
Yeah.
a lot of porn has good writing in visual novels. It's just not my thing. But I feel like people are so scared of furry as a label unless they're comfortable already with it. But you're missing out on a lot of cool things if you're scared of furries.
I think we shouldn't underestimate any kind of art is the
Nuh-uh.
thing. Mm-mm. Like they all have their like pros and cons and what we like and dislike, but I think there's a lot of love and heart to be found in art. Mm.
I'm
Um,
gonna get that on a t-shirt.
yeah. Then I think that's really most of what I like. If you have like if it's a Pokemon dub, I'm going for that shit, bro. If it's a fucking cat talking cats, let me in. Dragons, oh my god, I almost got into this one really cool like animated dragon project. I didn't have the mic set up for it.
Oh,
Kicking
that's
my
such a
balls.
shame.
Yeah, they were like, you have a good voice, like a great voice for this. And I got called back and they're like, do you have a better mic quality? I'm like, no. And then
No, I'm just me.
I can do better now, please. Just a lot of stuff that I like is it needs to be an actual animal. And I know that's unappealing for people,
More
but I like
actual,
it.
yeah. More actual animals, please.
Yeah.
People should learn. People shouldn't be afraid to draw animals. One of my art teachers, when I was at school, one of his rules of thumb for exams was do not draw animals, and that was because animals are really easy to draw badly, I suppose. So you would get a bad grade. But as a fan of drawing animals, I was always like, okay, cowards, let's go.
Dude,
Draw animals. Learn
looks
to draw
at
animals.
humans.
Draw like weird little shapes. I do actually recommend on YouTube Moth Cub. She draws weird dogs and stuff on the like YouTube updates panels. I recommend looking at those because they're super good. Draw those. That's how you draw animals. Don't let the fear of being good at drawing animals stop you from drawing animals, because animals are so cool and there's so many of them. Draw bugs. Try drawing bugs.
Ooh,
Anything.
bugs are a good one.
Bugs are weird and there's so many of them. I went on a walk with my friend the other day and we went through sort of the underbrush next to a river, and there were so many bugs that we'd never seen before. We were just taking pictures of them and gawking at them. I recommend a bug walk. As someone who's kind of afraid of bugs, it was good for me. Oh, actually, leading on from that, unless you have anything to add to that, do you have any stuff you do like going on a bug walk that puts you in the mood to voice act or create or write?
Honestly, it kind of just starts with a feeling. I don't know what the feeling is. Sometimes the feeling can be like an itch I need to do, or like a like when I'm listening to like a couple of songs and I'm like, I like this energy. I want to use this energy, and I just go voice act. I don't know
Yeah, it
what
lights
else.
your
I don't
brain
know what
up.
it is.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get
I
that itch as well. I get the urge to write stuff down, even if I'll never look at my notes again. I just have to get it out of my head.
it's how you feel in the moment, which if my goal is trying to be more like aware of what I feel, you know, then maybe it's someone good, right?
I think that's true.
um,
There's definitely a
yeah.
big link between emotion, like heightened emotion and creativity. You gotta capture it.
Yeah. I think a big inspo, I guess, when I like get that feeling are some Will Wood songs. He's a cool artist.
Yeah, this could be a conversation that goes on for 2 years. I've got many, many songs for many different moods, and sometimes just wandering without
Yeah.
music.
Mm. I think okay, last thing I'm gonna talk about, but I think another thing that inspires me is like I think classical music and music that are just instrumentals bring me more
Mm-hmm.
emotion than music that with lyrics. It's just so much like you can feel so much more in an instrumental for me personally. Um because like if I just picture a whole story in my head and then there's the feeling that comes with the song. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I have it. And
Uh-huh.
usually yeah, what really like attracts me to like one of those songs is like one of those like really pretty songs. I can like definitely probably make a playlist of those songs that just inspires me, I guess.
Yeah, we should
Or
pick
like
one.
yeah, they make me picking one. It's gotta be this really indie artist called what Erickson. Hold on, it's Farewell by Erickson Gianto. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. It's really pretty. It made a whole painting in my head. I have a whole animatic idea for it. For some reason, but I just feel it feels really, really good. I
I think
like
that's
it.
the highest compliment you can pay another artist is you painted a picture in my head. I've been really
Mm-hmm.
enjoying the soundtrack so far for the game 45 Parabellum Bloodhound. The
Cool.
track for the trailer Hydromancer is so good. It lights my whole brain up. I really recommend it, and I think it's coming out in summer. I want to play that extremely. It's so cool. It's like Parasite Eve, and like old Resident Evil. It's that style of
Mm-hmm.
fixed camera walking around with a gun. It looks incredible. They really nailed the style. I can't
Oh,
wait to play it.
cool.
But it lights my whole brain up. I love the soundtrack. And Suda 51 games are great for weird hype soundtracks. I like Killer 7's soundtrack. Super good. Makes me want to jog, like jump out the window in a good
Mm-hmm.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
I went off of my questions. Okay.
No,
Um,
soundtracks are good.
soundtracks are
Underrated.
good. I like seeing what people have for me that they've made.
Oh, off topic.
Oh,
Me and my
sorry. Just
friend are going to we're going to an Undertale concert this summer.
that's really
This
good.
summer.
That's
Yeah.
really
I'm
good.
excited.
How long is it?
I'm not sure. I all I know is because he made me aware of it and he got the tickets. So I'm not sure of any details.
I was gonna say, is it also Deltarune? But I guess you'll find out. Give me a review. That sounds really good.
Yeah. I think it's just Undertale, maybe. Who knows? But it's gonna be in it's a LA concert. So
Ooh,
yeah.
wear sun cream or sunscreen.
Hmm.
Okie dokie. Do you have any tips for other voice actor hobbyists that you've picked up along the way?
I'll start from, I guess, an acting point. If you want to become a voice actor, I think the first part you should learn about is acting, actually. I feel like acting should be your number one priority because it is called voice acting for a reason. You should, instead of trying to kind of like, you should reference stuff, but also there's different types of voice acting that I don't think a lot of people like pick up at. Um, Particularly so recent times, in modern times, I think the anime voice acting is like really popular nowadays. And it's sort of like it's the choppy, the English doesn't sound quite right, right? For people who like, at first glance.
It's
But
yeah, I feel like anime voice acting is a very specific kind, or like visual novel
it's
voice acting, where
very specific.
it's very
Yeah.
theater in a way. It's like performing for a crowd in a way that feels different from just regular diet. I mean, it depends on the genre, I guess.
Yeah, it really does depend on what the project wants. Like for example, you can't use anime voice acting for like a realistic, gritty, like horror, like
I would love to
podcast
see
or something.
that.
We need to get out.
Let's put Goku in the
Of course,
mines.
Jason.
That's
We'll
really
do
good.
anything to get.
I'm gonna
We'll do
make that.
anything to. No, no. Oh, that sounds fun. Um, okay. And so that's anime voice acting. I actually have tried anime voice acting out like with because there was a director who wanted anime voice acting and it never came to fruition, but it did give me like a lot of like, oh, so this is how you do it. And for me it felt like slow. You have to talk really slow. A lot of emphasis in certain words. Versus when you're trying to like talk naturally. Which you still have to put emphasis in your words and talk slow, but not that slow. Um, I don't know. There's different types, and I think that's also something to note. Not to mention the whole like audiobooks, like the audiobook kind of stuff.
hmm
That's also different. Um,
Yeah, like I
yeah,
said,
or
I feel
games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something you should look for. I mean, I know most people are like, I love anime, so I got into it. For some reason, I love anime too, but I didn't get into it for some reason for voice acting, and I why? um, and Yeah. If that's your goal, then that's fine, right? But there's just different types.
I think if I can butt in again, sorry, I cannot stop. Um, for me, it's not exactly one to one transferable, but it's like art styles. I think people, when they learn art, are so obsessed with finding a style that they miss the truth that an art style is really just for a purpose. You can draw in any way at any time. You can draw differently at different times. You can use a different voice for a different project. It's all about the theming. You learn art so that you can
Mm-hmm.
do different art styles. You don't have to find your thing because your thing will just happen through you drawing. So I think it's applicable to voice acting in that don't worry about having a distinctive thing because your strength is probably at the beginning going to be in your variety.
Yeah, it's you really, really do whatever you want. I am a
Truly.
strong believer of this. Like, and I feel like it's kind of controversial, right? Because it really depends, right? Like if you're going for professional, I completely understand like all like the rules and stuff because obviously, right? But if you're really just doing it for fun, oh, that's another thing. You should think like, and then you can take like a lot of time, right? You should really consider if you want to go pro or stay as a hobbyist. And I know where my answer is, at least for now. Um, like it's something different because in voice acting where the community is all about like a big part of it is about like getting up and promotion and like professional and I'm like for me I I kind of don't want to do that, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not something for me. Um, Personally, for my own grips, it's just because I like my freedom with my voice. I like to do what I want with my voice, and like hearing more and more about like what you have to do to be like kind of professional. I know like sometimes you can like do what you want, right? Like improvisation, but I'm just afraid of like I don't know. Like I've been told to like mellow down my takes and stuff and like it's like, "Oh, okay." I don't know.
Mm.
It's something that I feel like if I have to like get told to like not be myself, I don't want to do that, you know?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Um
It's like being,
yeah.
for me at school, when I went to school for art, when we did, for example, photo bashing, which is a concept art technique where you essentially collage together an image from different pictures to just quickly get the point across. They kind of made us draw like AAA game designers and do like realistic, like I don't want to do realistic landscapes. That's just not where my head is at ever. I like stylization, I like independent projects. That's where I tend to gravitate. I feel like you can be really put off by trying to do the thing you love in a way that is unfamiliar to you, but I do recommend that you try it. You just don't have to stick with it. It's tough, but you gotta, like I said, you gotta keep the joy alive. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, right? Like and I definitely do like I guess you can say I'm still quote unquote considering it. I have like a whole like real name that like I've pieced together, right? And like I don't know to use for like quote unquote more original and professional stuff, but it's I don't know if I really want to go pro 'cause I don't know.
And talking about, of
I
course,
like my
basketball.
freedom. Yeah, I like my freedom and I feel like with I guess what I've achieved, right, in voice acting, I think I'm around people who um they're really awesome and they definitely really do want to go for the top and strive, right? And that's awesome. Like that's so cool. But I'm definitely much more of the fact that I just kind of want to go back and do the things the reason why I was wanting like why I wanted to do voice acting in the first place. I want to warrior cats, right? But also like
Play
I
with
want to like
toys.
make stories from things that make me feel make me feel like feelings. And
Absolutely.
I I take that over. Also, I guess side point, I was raised Buddhist, or like like a Buddhist kind of elements.
Oh,
So
that's interesting. I was
there's
raised as a
a
heathen with no religion.
heathen. Well, it wasn't, we weren't really religious is the thing. Like my parents weren't really religious at all. It was more so like simple beliefs, like, oh,
Hmm.
look, that butterfly died. Oh well, it'll reincarnate, like it'll be rebirthed. Like, okay, mom, like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? like like really like laid back things. But there's a concept where there's a couple concepts I want to share. For one of the concepts is if you want something too much, the world will kind of reward you by you not getting it. So if you really want something, you shouldn't want something,
Like temper
which
your
is it that
expectations.
yeah. I think it was somewhat of like, I think that's what
I
the
think
concept was in a
I
sense. Yeah.
I do, that resonates with me because I I get a pit in my stomach when I actually do want something that is difficult to get. When there's competition, I get that pit in my
I
stomach. I think
yeah.
that's a good thing to have. I don't know. It holds me back, but also it keeps me wary. It keeps me from getting a big head
hmm
ever.
I still think Jake Hyperflame 13's like method of like using stuff of like buying like crumble cookies or buying desserts to
Exposing our
like
friends.
for a thing. Yeah, no, I like it. I want to use that.
Yeah, I think little
Um,
treats is a really good motivator. It works for me as well.
right? Yeah, and I think another thing is they say that the more you chase after things that are like not permanent, the more unhappy you will be.
Hmm.
Um, and I agree with that because I don't know. Because I've done a lot of thinking about this.
Hmm.
Um, it's because I think I'm a very ambitious person, actually. I think I want to like do a lot, and I can 100% see myself in losing myself if I keep wanting to go higher and higher and higher, and higher, right?
That's
Like
the
to
folly of
satisfy
man.
that ambition,
You have to keep
right? Yeah,
going.
right? And I can kind of see that, which is why like that's another reason like I'm also kind of doing this for myself because I know myself. I will try to do that. Um
I
and
think,
it's important for me to learn. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, no, no, don't worry. It's your interview. I just keep interrupting. The thing for me is that I think I am quite an ambitious person, but I tell myself not to be, and I think I developed the fear response to competition because the failure that comes from ambition is so crushing sometimes that it's a lot easier to tell yourself you don't
Mhm.
want something than that you extremely do. I think I extremely do want a lot of things, but I don't know. I think
Mhm.
like I said, I've gone the other way into telling myself I don't want it so much that I don't even try. I've just got to put my other headphones in, but keep going if you had more to say.
I've been like developing this mindset like like today was like your last day on Earth. Like what would you really do to this
Oh, there we go.
worldly thing, this non-permanent thing that'll only cause you harm? Um if anything happens to it. It's something and that's another thing. They say that's how you set yourself up for failure. By hoping too much and being like connected to a worldly thing too much. So the best thing you can do is to not be attached to it that much, which I think with this mindset and going into voice acting, it definitely gave me like a whole like I have a lot less pressure now.
Hmm.
Instead of auditioning for every single opportunity they give you, right? And it's interesting because in the community, I've seen so many things of like, oh, like there's always opportunity. You should always audition every day. And I'm like,
That's scary.
I think if it works for you, if it works for you, that's great. But I feel like most people can't do that. I think it works for a specific type of person. And and it's like you have to be consistent, you have to do things, and I don't necessarily disagree with like if you want to be consistent and get better, yeah. Definitely if you want to do that, yeah, go for it. I just think in terms of how I want to approach this hobby, I want to approach it where I love it. I want to have fun with it. I want to approach it without hurting myself in the sense of like being so attached to a role and then I don't get it, right? And oh no, right? It's you need to have a very, very healthy balance with yourself in that regard. You need to understand um who you are as like what you value and not trying to like match your values up to this person who really wants to be professional and that's why they're telling people go audition every day and do this and that, right? And and I think by going into these things like doing it for me and for things that I'm interested in and what catches my eye and doing it for like just basic philosophy kind of stuff. I've definitely been a lot more like at peace of like where I am now. I've had a lot of people going like, you need to go pro, you need to go pro, and I really appreciate that because I mean
You're
that just
good.
means that they think I'm pretty good, right? And I'm really grateful. But I think with the type of person that I am, because I'm actually really, really fucking shy.
No,
uh,
I feel that. You gotta push yourself.
I'm really shy. Like, I gotta push myself if I want to do something. Nonetheless, speak in front of people, which I'm actually getting real good at.
I think me too. It depends because if you
Yeah.
have a break from it, it can really tear back down your confidence. Like sometimes you just have a
Yeah.
bad day. Like I told you, I was shaking before we did this, and now obviously it's fine. But it can really
Yeah.
mess up how you think about normal stuff. But honestly, if you just do it, you'll probably end up having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another like quick tidbit. Yeah, just do it meme. You remember that guy with the clock and the green
Yeah,
screen? Just do it. That's actually really important. That's
it
actually
is.
one of like the basis of like how I approach things now. Just do it. Like
Honestly,
don't think. Just do it. Just do it. Like it doesn't matter. Like you
just
should
try
just throw
stuff.
yourself in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you don't know anything? That doesn't matter. Just do it.
yeah. Who knows anything anyway?
Um
We're all babies.
yeah. It's because I think also nowadays there's so much pressure about like you've got to be good at this like first thing
Hmm.
you do it, you got to be good at it. And that's just no, that's so much pressure. That's stupid, if I may add. I think to be good at something, like sure, there's like talented individuals who are like born with like, fucking 9-year-old musical prodigy playing the piano, right? But like regardless of that, you have to do something to get better at something. That it goes for everything.
I was talking to my sister about this earlier. I think you shouldn't place your self worth on how good you are at stuff because you're just a
Mhm.
person and people can be good and
Mhm.
bad at random stuff and it doesn't make you any less worthy of love or appreciation. You shouldn't have to earn basic respect from other people. You earn extra
Right.
respect by learning skills, obviously, but you're just you. Anything extra is just extra.
Mhm. It's I don't know. It's just something that I feel like you you really need to you uh, what is it? What is it? You need to stop factoring what other people say. That's really the main gist. And I know you've heard like that, like, words among those wording, like, so many times. And when I was little, I didn't get it. I'm like, obviously, I don't listen to what people say, but genuinely, don't listen to what people say.
It's
Don't
hard to
don't listen.
internalize.
Yeah.
And also,
Mhm.
praise as
You
well
have
can set
to.
you up for failure in that it can make you, like I said,
Yeah.
base your self worth on how well you do at stuff. But,
Right.
just trying your
It's
best.
something that's hard to, like you said, internalized, but I think the more you keep at it, the more like you're like, I just want to do this. Like profess it and then you do it. Like that helps a lot. But yeah, I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm like I don't think I should go pro because
Mhm.
other than that, right? I just feel like I think this goes for like so much like communities though, where you're trying to like, make connections and stuff. I don't really like that. Oh, come on the air about it. I don't like that. I don't I don't want to like interact with you or follow like not following, but like something like along the lines of that as an example. Like just because, we're doing this connections, right?
Well, it feels like
I don't know.
networking if you're just, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah, networking.
you have
I
different
don't like that. I
layers.
already have to do
Yeah.
that in real life.
I
I don't
know.
want to do it in my hobby.
And you have different layers of people and it's, sometimes you know someone just as
Yeah,
the person who does the thing I also do, and that's fine. That's still a
yeah.
relationship. Where am I? Do you have any tips for online safety in hobby spaces?
Okay, I think it's really important to kind of not just like you find a really cool project, right? It's really cool. I'd really recommend to actually go into the project creators like socials or like search up their name, something like that, just to see what kind of person they are, or at least the kind of person they'll appear on social media. Because obviously, everybody's different, like on and off, right? But you have to really think to yourself, do you want to be involved in this project and do you want to work with this person, right? Because that's what they're also assessing you on. Um, like that is important, I think. It's a big thing, and I think a big thing that I like to add nowadays is the types of people that they will work with. Um, I don't know. Everybody has their own like this is the person I deem okay to work with. This is a person I don't deem to work like, it does depend on you. You kind of have to go a little detective for a bit, but also asking them like directly is also like a pretty good way of doing it. I know people don't like to do direct stuff, but
That's
trust
how you get
trust
shit done, is the problem. You just gotta do it
yeah, that's how
sometimes.
you get it
I
done.
think, just to add on a little bit to that, I think that's very true. And also, I think it's important not to be, especially if you're young, getting into a hobby space. Um,
Mm,
don't be pressured by people who are more well known or who are more like prolific in the thing you're looking to do. I know
yeah.
it's easy to be starstruck by people, but they are just people in the end, and it's important to judge them on that personal level rather than as, wow, what an incredible person. It's important to have people that you look up to, but it's also important not to idolize because that can get you into sticky situations. You are also a person worthy of respect in the same way that that person is. You may feel like they've earned extra respect for being a prolific voice actor or artist, but, if they're doing something dodgy or being rude to you, they're still a person, and you still shouldn't just take it because they are quote unquote better than you. They're not better than you, they're just more well known.
Yeah. It's yeah. Basically you said it all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a big one. If you have any concerns or you feel uneasy with a fellow like team member, you tell the project director. You tell whoever's in charge. And in the very rare case that your project director's not that good, right? Um, you should tell somebody that you trust. Um, like I think if it's like something that you can't really tell to somebody else, I think somebody that you trust within the project, you should tell somebody. It's something that you shouldn't keep to yourself, I think.
I think, yeah, I
But
think secrets are bad when you're doing a project of any kind. You need to be clear and honest with people because that's how things get solved. And you'll save yourself a lot of hassle because of it.
gosh.
I know it's a big topic, there's a lot to cover, but we got some good ones, I think, that feel personal.
Online safety. I don't know. It's just a really big thing that I have a lot of personal
I know.
feelings
I
about.
think it's a good question to jump off of, but it might be like one that we come back to. We
Yeah.
don't have to cover everything.
As yeah. I think the last thing I'll say is that as somebody, I did get into this when I was super young too.
Hmm.
Like I was definitely a kid for most of my voice acting experiences.
Same for
Uh,
me
the,
for art.
I pr yeah, I pride little me on having the foresight to not actually like fiddle around with like people
I know.
until I was a bit older. Yeah, but my friend wasn't so lucky. Oh my God, they've had so many scary experiences. And I guess one of the things is that you because it's really hard, right? Because you want to trust people and you really think they can't do anything bad or wrong, and then they do, and then sometimes you don't even realize it. It's something that I feel like you shouldn't kind of sweep it under the rug. You
Hmm.
definitely should at least, and it doesn't have to be like a therapist. It doesn't have to be like a professional. It can just be like a friend, and you should just talk about stuff with your friend or like people that you trust. And you don't have to like say like, "Oh, this is so bad. Like this is so morally bad." Like you can just describe the experience and see what other people say. I think getting insight is pretty good.
I think
Yeah.
also that leads on to just look out for the people around you. If you feel like
Yeah.
something's up, ask someone else because you might make a friend that way. I think as I grew up, I suspect you might be similar. People online always thought I was way older than I was because of the
Yeah,
not using
yeah,
much
100%.
slang and being. I was just I kind of live with the if you wouldn't say it to your mum, you shouldn't say it to a stranger. I've always been like that,
Right.
and a lot of people don't have that kind of filter, and I feel like they maybe should, but it's something you grow into. It's something I grew into very early from being paranoid. I don't think anxiety is good for you on the whole, but I think a little bit of it is good to protect you. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. Like growing older now and
Yeah.
going through these experiences, I think I know where I want to be. Like I think I've gotten a really good area of who I should make friends with. And honestly, it really just comes with age. Like it just comes with experience.
It does. It's hard to
Uh,
hear when you're young, and I say that as a 23-year-old. I've got a ways
I
to
say
go.
that as 19-year-old.
Uh-huh. Unless we get hit by
I
cars,
pro
but hey, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Just,
I probably still have a lot to learn, but I think I've gotten
absolutely.
pretty good experience. Yeah.
You do a lot of growing as a teenager, and you come out the other end going, oh, I can have a multifaceted personality and be a nice
Mhm.
person.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you learn as you grow. I think that's nice. What equipment do you use? What does your audio recording and editing routine look like?
I use an AT2035 with a Scarlett Solo 4th Gen that I recently just got a gift from. Um, but you don't need this fancy recording if you're just trying to go hobby.
I
I
have,
I think
for
here's
reference, I have a blue snowball. I think that's
that's
this thing.
perfectly fine. That's
Works fine.
fine. Bah, it's more than fine. Like
Oh, I
I
I do want you to talk about the audio, like the area that you record in. But if that's what you were going to lead into anyway, go for it. But I basically want you
oh
to say what you told me the other day. It
oh
was
yeah yeah
helpful.
yeah. Um, going on about the equipment that I have. I just also want to prefix you don't need to have all this to be hobbyist or do what some of the things I do. Like you don't. I have them just because I thought it was a good idea because I live in an apartment. But I have uh so I usually just record in closets. I record in closets with a lot of like things shoved into, and it's kind of great because my mom has a lot of stuff. So usually I just stuff a lot of my mom's stuff in the closet and clothes and stuff, and it works somewhat. It just kind of also depends on your space. My previous space was bigger, and it actually the sound quality I was in was better. But now that I'm in the apartment, you know, because I'm in college, right? It kind of went downhill for a second, but then I recently got these sound like these heavy sound blankets, like specifically for sound, and I think I sound pretty good.
You do. You sound good to
Like I
me.
yeah, I added them on into the closet, and I recently just had a cooler, better setup now. I could take pictures and I'll send them to you, Elkie.
I would love to see
Um,
the blankets.
but yeah, it looks like that. You pull up the picture. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I'm pulling it up. I'm getting it up. Here it
yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah. And I actually brought some of my old stuff with me. So I had like the yellow foam and the black kind of like the fancy like padding that you see every streamer use. The padding is you don't sincerely you don't need it. You can get it if you want to, but it's I would pick blankets over the fancy padding because those things are expensive. And the yellow padding is actually that's not even like specifically for voice stuff. I got the yellow padding for like $5 um at like a Best Buy. That's bed like that's a bed sheet.
Oh,
The bed foam.
if you're in
Yeah.
Britain, here's a hot tip. Go to your nearest skip, because I know there is one down the street from you because you live in Britain, and find a mattress in there. There you go.
Yeah. Literally just mattress foam works kind of the same. You just have to find like how the something something the logistics
You want to
and
make a
the
small space,
thing.
basically.
It's there's a science about the foam. There's different foams. Um
You're
you
talking to the wrong person for
specifically
the name.
lol you specifically want like deep foam. And like the more like spots where like sound can go in, like the deeper like the little crevices are, the better. And the thicker it is, the better.
That's
Um,
interesting.
if you have yeah, if you have thinner foam, it's not as effective. Or
I
if
didn't know
your
that.
crevices are like yeah, if your crevices are like really like n there's not really a crevice at all, it just kind of looks like a butt, you know? You know what I mean? Like
No shallow crevices.
then yeah, no shallow crevices. Um, But that's only if you want. I heavily recommend just blankets and then like really like good clips to like clip them on. And you should be good. Like should be fine. But
Hmm.
it's expensive. So
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby, but I feel like you can. You said to me earlier that it's the thing that makes the most difference is the recording quality, the raw recording quality. So if you record audio in a insulated in like a small place like a closet, it's gonna sound better immediately. So you have less to do in post processing.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you can't like you can and people have and that's fine. But you should at least record somewhere where like, you know, your like washing machines aren't going on or
Yeah, I
like
turned my fan off,
AC.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm alright, it's not
Yeah.
too hot today. It's gonna cool down
That's
actually.
good.
We had an
Cool.
incredible thunderstorm the other day. Our local Boots, which is a pharmacy, got hit by lightning and they had to
Oh,
close for the day. It was incredible.
fortunate.
Um, Okie doke. I think we've covered all of that unless you have more on the equipment to talk about.
Um, Not precisely. Just you should use equipment in according to what you want to do. I definitely talked to the wrong group of people because obviously they're just trying to be professional. So they're like,
Yeah.
you should get this fancy mic of this thing so you can sound professional. And I'm like, okay. And I did, but I definitely could have like went with like a Rode NT1,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a really good mic.
Yeah, I've been looking
And
actually
like
into
I
getting
could have been
a like a lapel mic because I move around so much when I talk. I feel like I would benefit from that. But you don't need fancy equipment. You, if your first instinct is to buy
you don't.
something, stop where you are and think about what you're doing. You don't need to buy
Literally,
anything
yeah.
right away. Just get a blue snowball or something cheap, and then, well, I say
Yeah.
cheap, like hobbyist cheap, and try
Like
recording on it.
Snowball Yeti.
Absolutely.
Like that's
Perfect.
fine. My first mic was a $30 mic,
That's all you
USB,
need.
and it
Perfect,
worked
yeah.
fine.
Mine's a USB. I keep tapping it.
Mhm.
That's gonna sound terrible. Okay, linked to our earlier chat about online safety, I hear you've been living alone. How are you finding it?
Dude, I'm so tired. Once you I guess I stopped living with parents since I was 16. I
Which
always had
is
other
crazy to
guardians, right?
me. It makes me want to give you a big hug. I know you're fine, but
No, I'm fine. Yeah. So I don't know. I've had like a lot of like things I needed to learn on my own. And obviously they like come and visit, right? Like, now that it's different because now that I'm, in college and, I'm fortunate, very fortunate enough to be in an apartment on my own
mm,
with 4 cats.
I didn't
And
realize the cats
I
lived with you and not your parents. That's incredible.
yeah, no, I have to take care of them all the time. So,
How's the cat litter
um
situation? Is it okay? Are they
yeah,
clean?
and then I have to combine that with college and
Yeah,
working.
that's
Thank
you're a
God
parent
it's the summer
basically.
though. Basically, yeah. So sincerely, it's like you kind of have to know what difficulty you're on. 'Cause I feel like at my difficulty, it's kind of max difficulty. Like I think, um, sort of, like a bit lower than that, because I'm fortunate enough to not worry about big financial things for now.
hmm
For now. For now. You
Don't
never know what
get
could
me
happen.
started.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I have a reliable method of transportation, and stuff.
That's good.
So I'm able to work and I'm able to go to school and get an education and I'm able to, do this hobby. Um, I think if you're just starting out, like living on your own, right? Like maybe you're not seeing your parents as much anymore and you're living on your own in a dorm space. Um, you have to do a lot of self-managing. Like people will say like, "Oh, you have to like manage your time and stuff." And that's also true. I think as much as I have like such big brain problems. I like forget things like that happened yesterday. My
Handshake
memory's been so
emoji.
bad.
hmm
Yeah. But since you're like putting things on a calendar works, you need to get up and do stuff. Like
Uh
you
huh.
need to. Otherwise, nothing is going to function. Like you can't like magically wake up and there's clean clothes. Magically wake up and oh, everything is like clean and your bed is made and everything is dusted off. You have to do that all on your own without no help. And I think that's really hard for me personally because I have trouble cleaning at times. I always manage to do it in the end, but it's a thing that you need to do. And basically, this is where my just do it mindset came from. You just have to do it. You can't you I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to
I
actually
think
do it because I still struggle with it too. But
hmm I think it's
yeah.
important to have. For me, I know that I get lonely. I live with my family, so some of that's alleviated, and I'm lucky enough to have a family that I love and that doesn't want me gone. But when you're doing stuff for yourself, I think it's good to have something to listen to or something to watch. It depends on what kind of person you are, but I like to listen to podcasts and stuff. It keeps me going, keeps me energetic.
Mhm. Yeah, that's kind of why I used to love Discord calls because I just sit there and mute and I can listen to them like play games or
Let's
something.
podcast.
Yeah.
I need to get better at calling people. I get that like panic feeling even when I know the person very well. It's just I need to get over the pressing the call button moment and then I'm fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It all happens. Baby steps.
I think also doing stuff for
And
yourself can be good ideas time, though it really depends what state you're in.
yeah, like definitely once you have to live on your own and manage everything, you don't have enough energy, and that's probably the reason why parents like don't have energy for you.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I don't consume caffeine either, so I think I'm
That's
hit with
good
a
for
double
you.
whammy.
It's good for you to not.
Yeah.
I want to be clear.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Do you drink
Um,
tea? What kind of beverage girly are
I
you?
I like tea lots. I think water is my preferred, but I like tea. Um, See, it's because I have a recent health thing, so with my stomach, right?
Hmm.
So I'm actually like forbidden to like consume any caffeine, and that's fine.
Ugh, I hate
Um,
when doctors say things that are true.
I just can't eat anything like good
I
as of
know.
now.
Sucks.
Which sucks, yeah. But I love marble soda. I think that's what you guys call it in
Oh,
English.
you mean like ramune?
Yes,
Where you
yes.
push the thing down? Yeah, I don't like the taste, but I
Mm.
like the idea. I'll
You
just pop the thing and then give it to you.
Yeah. There's that. You should try a Calpico. That's how you say it too in
Ooh.
English, right? Calpico
Yeah,
is a nice drink.
I haven't tried that. I
But it
love
has
it's not the same, but I
yeah.
love Yakult. It's always too expensive in the
Yeah,
shop,
Yakult.
but it's
Yeah.
delicious. I think our friends had a
Mm.
argument over if that is Japanese or Korean. I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Yakult. Oh, let me look it up.
Or Chinese? I don't know. I think I remember Kai
Oh,
saying
it's
it was
Japanese.
Korean. Ah, okay. It's still tasty. Sorry to slander you if you
Yeah.
didn't say that.
No, I like it too. So like I think yeah. I had it too in Taiwan, right? So it was also like a childhood drink for me, all of these drinks.
Mmm.
So I liked it. But tea mainly, yeah. Green tea used to be my bitch before I can't drink caffeine. I like black tea. I love jasmine tea. Oolong tea's good.
I've never had oolong. I like jasmine tea. I love the smell.
You should try oolong. Oolong's good.
I
It's
will.
strong.
I don't like chamomile.
Yeah.
That's the only one where I don't like the smell. Something about it. That's this like the sleepy one.
Yeah. See, I think to get like good oolong tea, you should go to one of those Hong Kong like all you can eat buffets, where they
Oh, I
push like the trays around and with the spinny like round table.
yeah, I have had really
You
good I got some really good spicy lemonade from a place in the city nearby me, and that's what that makes me think of. Try spice
well,
lemonade. It's delicious.
oh, that sounds good.
It's like mint lemonade with some spiciness to it. It like I had a cold and it set my whole mouth on fire. It was great.
That sounds nice.
Have you
I
had
want to
nettle
drink your
tea?
drinks.
Yeah. Listen, one day we'll
No.
meet and I'll get you spicy
One day
lemonade. I
I
nettle tea
want
is
to.
disgusting. I had it once and it's so like cloyingly sweet. I really don't like it, but it's a taste you have to try to know what I mean. But it's strange. I recommend trying it just to try it, but it's so weird.
Mm. I'll take your word for it, but I'll still try it.
That's the thing. If you want to try a tea, you either have to bite the bullet and buy a whole box of tea bags or loose leaf, or you get it once at a
This is
cafe, and
true.
then you have a miserable time
Mm.
at the cafe because you don't like it. You just force someone else to get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else on living alone?
Hmm. Hmm.
No pressure, because we can always add to it,
Let me
but.
think. Definitely have some sort of security system. I
Hmm.
do. Um, and also I got like a couple of my dad's old like golf clubs. like in
Yeah,
my
we've got a
room.
golf club.
So, yeah, so I'll remember to have a type of something like that in the rooms that you frequently go in, because you never know what could happen.
I keep a
And
phone nearby,
yeah,
I would probably say as well.
yeah. Be very aware. I
Oh my god.
Okay, you know of this story. You know of this story.
I
Walking
do, I think I
back from
know.
my late night class at
Uh,
6, a car comes up. I'm so stupid. Why did I actually answer? Why did I go in front?
no, because you're
Why did I
polite.
go?
Because you're polite and you answer people when they talk to you. It's not your fault.
And they're like, "Hey, hey." I could have been like kidnapped when I went up to the car.
No,
So stupid.
it's don't blame yourself for other people being creepy. I want to clarify for the audience. You're fine. Nobody got kidnapped. But don't feel bad about not interacting with people who are scaring you. It's fine. They'll get over it.
uh
You shouldn't be
Things
yelling
are
at people
really
at night.
pretty. Dude, it was strange. It felt like the car was waiting for me.
Yeah,
when,
no. Gross, gross, gross. Bad. Trust
uh,
your,
like,
be nice to people, but also trust your instincts, you know? You can risk being
yeah.
rude once. It's fine. Oh, my next question leads on from this. Does living alone come in handy for voice acting work? I know you said that it makes it a little bit more
Yes,
difficult with the setup.
yes. I'm so embarrassed if like I remember back then when I was younger, I was so embarrassed when I had to like record with like my family there.
I always get
And
nervous when I
I
record.
yeah, I could never do it. I got too shy, and now I live alone. It's like, I can do what I want. Obviously, if you're in an apartment, then you should not overdo it. You should still be polite.
No screaming.
I did scream, but
Well,
it's usually only in hours when they're
yeah.
away
People are
or
always drilling outside our house.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. My neighborhood is so noisy. Like, why do they care if I like scream?
I
Like, I
know,
hear
right?
that guy playing his trombone downstairs practicing, and
Oh,
that's fine.
I
Go
forgot to say,
practice.
with regards to having a security system, I stayed at my friend's house. Four of my friends live in a house together. It's a couple and then two of my friends, separate to them but together in the house. I stayed on their sofa. It was really nice. They've got a really comfy sofa. But we ordered pizza and I had moved their security camera, not so that it couldn't see the door, but just off the box it was on so I could close the blind. And that meant that I didn't get when the pizza man stole our pizza. He ran away. He like cancelled the order and then literally ran away with the pizza. I didn't capture it on the thing.
What? That's
We
crazy
did get our
work.
pizza in the end. They resent it. It was delicious, but that's really funny. So keep a security camera or something around. Just it doesn't have to be high tech. Just for instances like
Mm-hmm.
that. But also don't be policing your neighborhood. Be nice. Okay, last couple. Do you have any signature vocal warm-ups or do you just jump right in?
Looks in the camera. I should.
Maybe
I
you
should
hey,
be
listen.
healthy.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should get
Um,
some.
Here's the thing. I've actually had I've had this strange like health condition that affects my nasal cavity like for like 2 years now, and I've been recording everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
and I and I went to the ears, nose, throat doctor, and they said that my vocal cords was also inflamed,
Ow.
and I still kept recording. I don't
Jeez.
think I'm the best example for voice health.
I think you can usually tell when your voice is when it hurts to speak. Like I get dry,
Yeah,
so I have a glass of water or something.
yeah. I know how to do warm-ups, but it's like I think a friend of mine, they're mainly a singer, right? So what they do is they find like a song that they like easy to sing for them. They just like do it, like just warm up or something. And then they just keep going until, it feels like it's ready for like
Hmm.
recording.
It's like stretching.
So there's that.
Well,
Mhm.
I do warm ups in art as well, and I think people get the wrong impression about what an art warm up is. I think it's similar for art and voice acting and singing in that it's to warm up. It's like tuning an instrument. It's just tweaking little things, drawing boxes, going stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think
pretty much.
it's important to be silly. It sort of stops you being self-conscious as well. It takes away that like buzzing
Wait,
feeling of concern that you have before you start something.
I just remembered what. It's not a warm up for uh recording, but it's a warm up for singing.
Mm.
I I go Bumblebee.
I
I
like
go
it.
Bumblebee. Like Bumblebee from the Pokemon anime.
Maybe you should just do all the
Uh,
Pokemon names you can think of in their voices.
See, this is true. It's because I watched the XY anime, and for some reason, the Bunnelby Pokemon says Bunnelby in that exact same tone.
Did you watch the claymation one, the Pokemon Hotel one?
No, because I was baby and I only watched things on our shared network provider, which was Netflix that my family had.
Wait, let me
So,
find it. Pokemon
yeah,
Concierge. You should watch it. It's so nice. I spelled it
I
wrong.
will.
I typed in
I
Pokemon Conscience.
think I like it because it's Pokemon and it's cute.
It's wonderful. Um, okay, my final question, just to wrap it back up. What warrior cat clans would we both be in? You assigned me one ages ago, and it made me laugh, so I just want you to say it again.
Wait, hold on. I did write this down. I need to remind myself because I spent
I
so
remember.
much time thinking about. Hold on.
Because I didn't know whether to be
Where is the
offended or
search?
happy. It was completely accurate, though.
I just need to look for clan. Okay, hold on.
I can never find my notes on my phone. It's a nightmare.
Okay. Yeah, you're a kitty pet. You're a
Diagnosed
house
house cat.
cat.
It's true.
You're a house cat. You give me house cat vibes.
I like
But
being
house
in a
cats are
house.
cool.
It's true. What would you be?
I picked myself as a river clan.
Sounds nice.
But it's only cause you know, like I had to like combine like, okay, what are our hobbies and what are our personalities like and what is like the clan's kind of pseudo history in the books, and that's what I came up with.
You
It's
know I
cause River
love
Clan.
a category. It's nice.
So for you, Elkin Books, my dear Elkin Boots, I said kitty pet because number one, you're pretty awesome and you draw a lot. So I think also I just feel like you have a very homey voice.
Thank
I
you.
don't know how to classify it. It's very homey. And when I think of homey, I think of like, oh, they're like like it's contentness, it's peacefulness. It shouldn't be surviving in a damn wild, trying
I
to
don't think I
avoid
do
things.
very well. Well, that's very sweet.
Yeah. And also, like you said, you're like paranoid, right? Like
Yep.
a more of an anxious person.
I'm not going out
Um,
there.
yeah. You're not going out there. You're staying in the comfort of your kitty pet home. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
think. Um, for me, it's 'cause RiverClan, out of all the clans, RiverClan has the most, I guess, cultural identity, I
Mm.
guess. Um, the founder of RiverClan, like they come from like a cat culture where like they meditate, and I'm like, whoa, meditation.
Do you meditate?
And I try to. It doesn't work.
It's difficult. It's really difficult
Usually,
to do.
yeah. Usually at most I can get the breathing down okay, but then it's like, I can't concentrate
You have a
anymore.
noisy brain. I also have a noisy brain. Won't shut up.
Yeah. Well, it's also the vibe too.
It's hard
Hmm.
to get right.
Yeah. I like swimming too. So,
Mm.
yay.
I need to go swimming more. I haven't been in ages. It's just that
Yeah.
swimming in UK summertime involves a lot of sunburnt dads walking around and like whole families and screaming children. I'd have to go somewhere quiet. I saw a man
Yeah.
with so much sunburn the other day that he looked like he was wearing a t-shirt.
Oh.
Oh, where wear sun cream,
Well,
people. It's bad.
yeah, I
It's
keep
bad to be
forgetting.
sunburned. Wear it. I'm demanding that you wear it. That's
I
that's my other
will.
advice for living alone is take care of your skin. And just,
This
stretch.
is
Oh, my other
true.
advice is do lots of stretches. Stretching's really good for you.
Oh yeah, I should do this, Mom.
Yeah, everyone could do with doing them more. It's hard to remember, but it feels really good. I recommend it. Okay, that's my list.
Yeah.
We're pretty much done, unless you wanted to have to add
Wow.
anything else.
Hmm.
Open forum.
I think. Uh, I don't know. Uh, you should read Warrior Cat.
Yeah, the
You should
takeaway
read
is I need to read Warrior Cats right now
You
and the
should read
dragon one.
Warrior Cats right now.
I will read Ötzi, and I'll find that fairy comic. It's about fairies who live in the carcass of an animal, I'm pretty sure, or a
Yeah. Oh,
person.
what? That's
It's
cool.
it's
Give
very
me
up your
that.
alley. I've got to find it.
Sounds metal.
It sounds good,
I
right?
love it.
I can't find
Mhm.
it, but I'll do my best to find it so I can show you.
Yeah.
Any other conclusions?
Um. Um. I heart Elkin Boots, and
Oh.
should watch all the content of Elkin Boots. Yes.
Well, you
Yes.
should watch and play everything that Yon is in because Yon is incredible.
No.
Um,
No.
it's true. We love you so much, and all of your friends are so proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself as well, because it takes a strong person to live alone and keep up a hobby and own 4 cats and take care of them. I think you're a very admirable person, and I'm proud to be your friend.
Thank
Take it.
you.
Accept the compliment.
Okay.
Perfect. That's all done then, I think. Thank you for. I was going to say thank you for having me, but thank you for letting me have you for a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was awesome.
It was
You.
nice.
I. Yeah.